Hey folks, Doc here. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and it's shaping up to be a bit of a hot one, as a matter of fact. I'm expecting somewhere in the neighborhood of, well, close to 30 degrees Celsius, throwing a little humidity, and we're gonna come close to cracking 100 Fahrenheit. Anyways, as you can see here, got the trailer loaded up, chained up, wired up, coupled up, good to go. And we are ready to get the heck out of here. Where are we going? Well, we're going on a road trip. We're going on a pretty long road trip, as a matter of fact. Somewhere a little bit north of 200 miles, I think. With a little bit of luck, that just may result in me coming back with something. Wouldn't that be cool? If I could actually come up with a way to get the camera to sit on the dashboard like that, that'd be kind of cool. In the meantime, it's just sitting there, and as soon as I put this sucker in gear, it's leaving. Anyhow, got the GPS set, got the phone, got my satellite music thing happening, rolling. Yep, gonna be a long drive. Better be worth it. Oh, it better be worth it. And as we go around the corner and watch the camera fall off the dashboard, no, maybe not. Anyhow, we'll touch base later. We're about halfway through the trip to the site I'm going to. And obviously I got a lot of seat time here. Had to make a couple of pit stops. And I've been just under 2 hours on the road already. Gonna have to stretch my legs when I get there, that's for sure. But got nothing to do but sing along to the satellite radio and think and chat with myself. Sometimes that's the only intelligent conversation I can have. I'm entering Woodstock. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong. Name the tune. Anyways, it's not worth shooting a separate video for, but I guess I'll give you a little bit of a verbal update. I was messing with the diesel weasel yesterday, and having done the work that I already brought you up to speed on, I pulled the engine out again so that I could finalize the engine mount plate positioning and all that, and burn it all in, drill the holes, bolt the engine down, which I did. And you know, the hormones were a-flying. So I needed to fire it up in the chassis for the first time, and I went and did that. That was very satisfying. Damn near needed a cigarette after that. And started playing around with the exhaust. I got the, basically the header built, if you want to call it that. That may only be temporary. I have multiple options when it comes to the exhaust, and I genuinely haven't made up my mind yet. So, there it is. I haven't done a heck of a lot else. That was kind of time consuming, pulling the engine out and dropping it back in a few times just to make sure positioning was right, and getting all the holes drilled and getting everything welded in. So like I said, that wasn't really worth shooting a video over. I'll give you a big update when there's, you know, a few minutes worth of updating to do other than that. So, meantime, I'm just cruising. Later. Okay, so we put 320 kilometers. That's 200 miles on the ticker. GPS says I've got another 26 minutes or 30 kilometers, 20 miles-ish to go. I'm getting close. Look at all the wind generators out there. It kind of looks like Flesherton, but it's not. Anyways, I am getting really excited. Nearly there. What have I got? Another 15-20 minutes on the road, and I can stretch my legs. I took a quick stop for fuel about a half an hour ago because I was getting down there. For a 6-cylinder, this Trailblazer sure is thirsty, but what the hell, it's pretty powerful. I can't argue. Anywho, gotta put the camera down and cruise on. Looks like I'm coming into construction. What else is new? Welcome to Ontario. And I'll touch base with you when I arrive at my destination. Well, folks, I've arrived at my destination, and Look at what we have here. Look at this old wheel horse. The pictures do not do it justice. Craziness. Look at that thing. Looks pretty well built. Flathead Honda. Peerless 600. Juice brakes. Gotta dig it. What a beast. Could this be what I'm here for? I don't know. Guess you'll find out. Okay, so I've just timmied myself up and I'm on the road again. Just started headed for home. Gonna be about 3.5 hours on the road. I don't think I have to make any pit stops depending on how my bladder holds out with this thing.
Communication road.
And away we go. I may or may not have something on the trailer. Well folks, it's 4 o'clock. I set out a little bit after 8 o'clock this morning. I hit the road. You know, not counting stops, I've spent about 7 hours driving. I've put 695 kilometers on the odometer and I'm not quite done yet. I'm within about 1 kilometer of home. For you American folks, that's over 400 miles. Anyways, I'm gonna get parked, have a leak, stretch my legs, see if I can get a butt massage somewhere, unload. I guess I did get something, and we'll have a look at what I'm unloading. Yep, I got the Cub. Well, I've wanted a Cub to mess with for a long time, and there she is, a 70s International Cub Cadet 1000 model. Actually parking it next to the Sears. Even with Suburban Commando's larger front tires and all that stuff, it still looks big. It's a pretty healthy tractor. It's a good size. It's got a 10-horse flathead Kohler under the hood, not that you can tell with all the shrouding and the fuel tank and bodywork and yada yada yada. As you can see, it's got a 12-volt powered ignition, which is good because if the coil goes out, I can use any automotive canister coil and I can get them as cheap as about 20 bucks, so that's a nice little bonus there. So far I know pretty much exactly nothing about this machine, other than the engine probably is getting a little tired. I did notice a couple of puffs of white smoke now and then, and it's got a noisy drive shaft bearing, I also noticed. However, the clutch is new, so that'll save me some expense there, and I'm sure I can figure out a bearing easily enough. It does need a seat. Yeah. There's the dashboard and controls, hour meter, ammeter, choke, throttle, key switch, shifter, brake and clutch pedal. The cool thing about these Cubs though, oh, look at that ass. So yeah, as I said, it's an all shaft drive machine, which is a bonus. No belts, you know, no slippage. And it's a new clutch, which in the case of a shaft drive machine actually means something. So she needs a bunch of things tightened up because it's rattly when it's running. And the paint really isn't half as good as it probably looks on camera. And it does need a clutch bearing. Other than that, it's pretty beastly. I just haven't figured out what to do with it yet. So this was one of those opportunities that we see in the used market where a purchase opportunity comes up, and even though you hadn't really planned for it, it's either strike while the iron's hot or miss out completely. So I decided to take advantage of it, and here it is. And no, I don't know what I'm going to do with it just yet. I know that a couple of local guys have been trying to convince me to take a shot at pulling, and I now have a suitable machine for that, and 200 pounds worth of weight machine plates that I never did manage to unload, so it could well become a puller. or it could become a submarine, or I could just flip the damn thing. I have no idea. I've always wanted a good close look at a Cub, play with one for a while, check it out, see what makes it tick, and now I have that opportunity. But one thing I did want to point out to you folks is that I owe you a debt of gratitude. That's right, you, the viewer. Revenue from YouTube helped pay for this machine. Not in full, granted, but the ball is rolling, and y'all did help pay for this machine. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very much, and thank you for your continued support, subscribing, sharing, watching Sprocket's Garage on YouTube, and even heading over to sulphurcitydesign.com to feed your adhesive addiction with Sprocket's Garage stickers and hoodies and t-shirts and goodies like that. So until next time, take care of yourself, and thanks. What a horrible name for a place. Hey man, where do you live? Payne Court. Yeah.